Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about something that isn't always celebrated, but should be. Silence. Yes, I know. It's loud out there, everyone's talking, opinions are flying, the world moves fast and it tells you, speak up, shout louder, be heard. But power doesn't always roar. Sometimes power is silent. Silence is not weakness, silence is restraint. Silence is knowing your worth so deeply you don't need to prove it with noise. And if you want to lead with strength, with elegance, with dignity, there are moments when silence is your most powerful move. Let's talk about the 6 situations where silence is not only golden, it's necessary. When you're angry, silence can be your greatest ally. Anger is a natural emotion. It shows that you care, that something matters to you. But when it's not managed, anger becomes a fire that doesn't just burn what's around you, it burns you from the inside too. The words we speak in anger are often the ones we regret the most. They come from a place of heat, not reason. They come quickly, without thought, and they carry the weight of emotion rather than the clarity of truth. That's why choosing silence in those moments isn't about holding back. It's about holding power. In the heat of anger, silence becomes your pause button. It gives you a moment to breathe, to check in with yourself, and to decide whether what you're about to say adds value or just adds fuel to the fire. Most of the time, it's the latter. People often speak just to release the pressure, to defend themselves, to win. But that kind of victory is hollow. It leaves behind broken relationships, bruised egos, and a trail of words that can't be unsaid. Being silent when you're angry doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you've lost. On the contrary, it means you are in control. It means you are choosing your peace over chaos, your clarity over confusion. It's a sign of maturity, of emotional intelligence. Because real strength is not in saying everything that's on your mind. It's in knowing when not to. And more importantly, why not to? When you allow yourself space to calm down, you take the power back from the emotion that's trying to control. You shift from reacting to responding, and that's where real power lies. In thoughtful, intentional action, not in impulsive reactions. Silence gives you that opportunity. It gives you the ability to reflect, to understand what triggered you, and to decide what's really worth your energy. Sometimes, silence in anger is the only thing that protects relationships from being damaged beyond repair. It's not about bottling things up or ignoring your feelings. It's about choosing the right time, the right tone, and the right words to express them. Anger doesn't have to mean explosion. It can mean introspection. It can mean change. And often, it starts with choosing not to speak just yet. So the next time you feel that surge of heat rising, when your heart beats faster and your mind races with comebacks, choose silence. Walk away if you have to. Breathe. Let the moment pass. Because when the fire dies down and you return to speak from calmness instead of chaos, that's when people will really hear you. Not because you shouted, but because you spoke from strength. And that kind of silence, it doesn't weaken your voice, it sharpens it.